Hey, Melissa here from GirlGoneFishing, and today I am up at Indian Lake State Park Campground getting ready for the Cincinnati Kayak Fishing Tournament of Champions. So this year the format for qualifying for the TOC was a little different. Anyone that got 400 Angler of the Year points in those tournaments qualifies for the Tournament of Champions. It is a 2-day tournament, which is really exciting. Day 1 plus day 2 is what gives you the win, and it is going to be awesome. This is really cool, really fun. It's going to be cool, 39 degrees at launch tomorrow, and then 10-mile-per-hour winds on Sunday. So it's going to be an adventure. Conditions are going to be constantly changing, and I am really excited. I can't wait to see what I can do.
Oh, really?
I feel like I'm forgetting something. There's a walleye boat ahead of me. It's the only thing I can see by. I trust that the boat made it through so I can make it through. Good morning from day 1 of the Cincinnati Kayak Fishing Tournament of Champions. Woo! On Indian Lake. I don't know if that was a beaver, a carp, a catfish, something. Oh my gosh, it is a beaver. He just came up right in front of me. Sorry, got distracted by big splashy things. But today, it is the Cincinnati Kayak Fishing Tournament of Champions up here on Indian Lake. It's a 2-day tournament. I'm launching for day 1. I've got about 10 minutes till lines in and about 2 miles to go to where I want to start. So I'm going to keep pedaling, and once it's lines in, I'm going to pedal and fish. But it's going to be chilly today. A cold front came through, so today's going to be light winds, full sun, and cold. But I'm super excited to get going and give it a try. So yeah, all right, let's do it. We got fish number 1, 14 3/4. This is very exciting. Chatterbait right here on the edge of these lily pads. All right, fish number 2, basically the same spot on the same chatterbait, 15 inches. This is awesome. So I'm back here exploring the North Fork of the Great Miami River. My theory was that, see the duck blind right there? Hunting just ended. This is the first weekend without the duck hunting. So my theory was that this is probably untouched because of the duck hunters, and maybe there's some current because it's a river. But I was doing better out on the main lake, so I'm gonna head on back there. But it's pretty. Fish number 3, 15 3/4. Okay, it's almost 1 o'clock. Tournament ends at 3 o'clock. Well, day 1 of the tournament, because this is a 2-day tournament, which is so cool. It's so much fun. There is a panic that I don't usually feel that I only have 3 fish right now, and it's a 5-fish limit. So if I don't get my limit on day 1, that pretty much puts you out for, you know, doing well in the tournament, because you're at a deficit. You can't make it up on day 2 no matter what you do. So I have got to get 2 more fish. That gives me 2 hours to get 2 fish. That's just 1 fish an hour. Everything's changed. I can't get anything to bite, but I've got 2 fish on chatterbaits right at the edge of lily pads, but that was almost before the sun was up. And then I got 1 on a weightless Senko on wood right on a point. So I don't know. I guess I just gotta go fishing and fish smart and get a lure in the water. If I keep a lure in the water for the next 2 hours and like cast at smart targets, I've gotta be able to get 2 keeper fish, right? I think I should. So I gotta do this. I've always heard that you can't win it on the first day, but you can lose it on the first day. That makes total sense now, because if you don't get those 5 fish for your limit on the first day, you have lost it. You've lost your chance. But you know, I'm just excited to be out here and getting more practice on a 2-day tournament, getting more practice on Indian Lake. I'm exploring, I'm going places I haven't been before, and this is just really awesome. All right, back to it. Okay, well, that alarm means 3 o'clock, line's out, tournament's over, and I didn't get my limit. I only got the 3 fish. That hurts even more because it's a 2-day tournament, so now I don't have, you know, a limit on day 1 going into day 2, and you can't add fish to day 1 anymore. You're just done. So I have to do exceptionally well on day 2 and get fish that are so big it makes up for the fact that I'm missing 2 today. But I'd be happy if I just got a limit tomorrow. So this was really fun. I adventured way outside my comfort zone and am actually a little bit lost right now. I mean, I'm not like lost, I can find my way back on the map, but I took a wrong turn and I ended up in an area I didn't mean to go to. It wasn't what I wanted to fish. It wasn't the pattern that had been working for me. So that really was a bad mistake, because then I was stuck on this course and had to keep going before I could find a way back. So I went about, man, probably 1.5 miles out of my way, but you know, I still should have been able to catch fish along there. I mean, it was canal sort of situation, docks and seawalls and stuff, but nah, I just didn't get anything. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do tomorrow. I don't think I'm going to launch at the same place, because tomorrow is going to be like 12 mile per hour winds, and I can't do lake crossings in that, or I just don't want to deal with lake crossings in that. So I can't do the path I did today, but I think I could launch where I have launched the last few times I've fished here, which is a more protected path. You launch almost immediately into a canal and then just go into a backwater pond. So got to pedal my way back, good exercise, and then get back to camp, get a shower, get cleaned up, retie some stuff, figure out where I'm going to launch tomorrow, and then figure out what I need tied on to start the day, get that all set up, and get a good night's sleep. All right, it was a pretty good day, and I'm excited for tomorrow. Good morning. It's day 2, Cincinnati Kayak Fishing Tournament of Champions here on Indian Lake, and I am just getting launched here at Moundwood Boat Ramp. So this is the same place I launched yesterday. I'm a little nervous because the wind is going to go up to 11 miles per hour today, and this is kind of a travel. The place where I caught fish is about 2 miles, 1.5 miles from where I am right now. So I'm a little worried about being able to get back once the wind's picked up, but I'm gonna go for it. So I'll be safe and hopefully catch fish. So the day 1 total is added to the day 2 total. So I got 45.5 inches yesterday. The leader has like 75.5, I think. So yeah, that's really far up there. And I can't do anything about the fact that I didn't get 2 fish for my limit yesterday. So I only got 3 fish out of my 5 fish limit. But I'm gonna go out, I'm gonna try to catch 5 fish, and I'm gonna have a great time. Okay, water temp this morning where I'm starting is 53. Got up to 56 yesterday. So I'm still working on trying to figure out what setup, what combo I like on this. Right now I've got the side view, the down, and the fishing chart, trying to get away from using my phone for navionics, but I vastly prefer my phone. I have to get used to this though. I just don't know what the best setup for it is. Wet. I don't know what's going on today. I'm having a hard time. Well, I know a lot of it was that I got no sleep last night. I actually was very responsible. I got all my work done and went to bed early, but there's an RV with a family in the site next to me, and they played country radio on their outside speakers all night, aimed right at my tent. So I just really didn't get any sleep, and all I could think right now is that my brain is foggy and I'm not focused. So this is really frustrating, but I'm going to refocus and get some fish. I was so excited. I thought I got my first bite, but it's not. Gosh darn it. So this is the challenging part of tournament fishing. Things aren't going right. I haven't got any fish. I'm bottom of the rankings. My brain's spinning out. So this is the challenge right here, is can you pull it back together? Can you figure it out? That's what the good people do, is pull it together and figure it out. Well, biggest stick of the day. Your 12 o'clock report. I have 0 fish, 0 bites. I mean, this is terrible. I have been rotating between a weightless Senko, a shaky head, a chatterbait, a crankbait, and I have a pit boss on a punch weight on braid that I've been throwing like back into the lily pads. Nothing. But you know, it's windy, it's sunny, the water's stained. I just don't know. The lake is only, I'm in 2 feet of water right now. Max depth seems to be about 6 feet. So I just got to keep throwing. Like, I don't have a clue yet. What kind of day is it? Is it a finesse day or is it a reaction bite day? Because I haven't even got a bite. Like 12 o'clock, my day started at 6:15 and I have not got a clue as to what I'm supposed to be doing yet. So this is crazy, but this is exactly where it gets hard to be a tournament fisherman. I mean, there's a lot of places where it's hard, but this is really hard. The positive mental attitude that you hear about a lot, because 3 hours left to go. You can do a lot of catching fish in 3 hours, but you know, it's hard to get that positive vibe back, you know, and that energy. And I think the fish can sense it when you're kind of like, bleh, you know, and then you don't cast in the right places and you don't retrieve the right way. So the important thing is to regroup, get the energy back up, get the focus back up, and get the dang bass. That's the plan for the last 3 hours. Okay, I'm really confused. I have an hour left, still plenty of time to get some bass. I have 0, I need 5. But you know, you can totally do that in an hour, so no panicking yet. But I'm really confused. I've found all these great spots. I found so much bait on my fish finder, but I can't get any bites. I've even resorted to casting it like the saw guy that I see on the fish finder. They look like kind of like baseball bats, you know, like little torpedoes. So I've been casting at them because I just want something to bite my lure. I literally have not had a bite all day. I mean, that tells me it's all me and I'm doing something totally wrong, because on Tourney X, everyone's catching fish. What's gone wrong here is my lack of experience in colder water. I don't fish in the winter because I teach skiing, so once ski season starts, or even pre-season training, my fishing season's over. So I don't get a lot of fall fishing. You know, I've been doing this tournament stuff for about 5 years, and we get, what, a couple tournaments every fall, and then I launch into ski season. So I need to spend more time on the water when the water temp is in the 50s and figure out what the fish do, because I don't know what to expect. I know that it's probably different than it is in the summer, but I'm not sure what they'll do. Like, is throwing top water at 55 degrees like completely stupid? Is throwing a moving bait completely stupid? But it worked yesterday, so I don't know. I have to get more time on the water in the colder water, but definitely my inexperience is showing, and it's hurting me right here. But I'm gaining experience on the water today, so that's fantastic. You know, erasing that little flaw in my repertoire. So let's go find some bass. I've never tried fishing like this before, but it makes perfect sense. I'm really like finding more and more things I can do with that weightless Senko. I think other people would do this with something else like a jig, but I still don't get jigs. But this and a weightless Senko makes perfect sense because it comes through easily. You can swing it in there quietly. Right now I'm in this is about 4 feet deep going up to this corner, and it's actually a 4-way intersection on a canal. So there's a little bit of wind and a little bit of current here, you know, on this intersection. So I'm gonna try the 4 corners before I move on. I think that I should probably make a setup for this that has like a little stronger line, because I usually use 10-pound fluorocarbon in Visex from Seeger fluorocarbon on my spinning rods, 8-pound on my drop shot rod. But I don't think 10-pound fluorocarbon and all these sticks, you know, with the fish, I would just lose the fish. But at this point, I would be happy for the bite. Dang it, I think I had a bite. Whew. I can't believe it. 1 bite all day and I missed it. I mean, I tried to set the hook, but it was like under a branch and then it was gone.
But I've never seen a lady out here by herself on a kayak.
Ah!
You're kind of badass.
Oh, thank you. Alright, there's 6 minutes left in the tournament and I got 1 fish and it's too short. 1 fish.
In first place with 159 inches, winning $300. Sean's getting one.
Yeah.
Woohoo!
I got a trophy too.
Are you gonna tell us how you caught him?
Swim jig and a chatterbait. That ain't gonna fit on me.
Well, the awards are over and I'm back at camp, got everything broken down in the car, ready to head home, but I owe you guys a tournament wrap-up video. I gotta say, I put everything I had into this day. I put every bit of energy and fishing creativity that I could think of into today, and it didn't work. It didn't work at all. I had 1 bite in kind of like a beaver dam situation where I kind of flipped a weightless Senko in and my line went running through these trees and got wrapped around the trees. I didn't get that, but I did catch a 10.5-inch bass, which didn't count for this one because it was a 12-inch minimum, but thank goodness I got to touch a fish today. I mean, it was just such a tough day. But coming into this tournament, my #1 goal was covering water because I don't know this lake very well, and I just had to cover water to try to find fish. So I've heard that like in the summer, summer, yes, every piece of wood, every nice looking rock might have a fish on it, but in the fall that's not so true. You have to cover water to find the fish, and you have to just, you know, keep moving and keep casting. So that's what I did. Get this, I pedaled 17 miles this weekend. 17. I pedaled 9 miles yesterday and 8 miles today, and I am exhausted. My legs are killing me, everything hurts, but I'm proud of myself for trying. I mean, I fought to the very, very end. It didn't do any good, but a couple good things did happen. I did cover a lot of water, so I've learned a lot more about Indian Lake than I knew before. And, you know, knowing that it's in my home state and only 2 hours away, I should know more about this lake. So it is good that I got this time on the water and I have more information. And also, my fish finder worked. I mean, it's a 5-foot deep lake and it didn't really help much, but it was really cool to be able to start figuring out how to dial in the settings and everything. And I did see that there is a ton of bait in this lake. Just bait everywhere. It was crazy. A huge congratulations to Sean Skidmore, who won day 1 and day 2 of the TOC, which also gave him Angler of the Year for Cincinnati Kayak Fishing. I have to say a big thank you to Strictly Sailing Kayak for being such great supporters of our local kayak angling community. They support both of my local tournament trails, Cincinnati Kayak Fishing and Ohio Kayak Fishing, and I'm really honored to be on the Strictly Sailing Kayak Fishing team. So thank you guys for your support all through the season. And thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. It's going to be so awesome one of these days when I win one of these and can hold my trophy up for everyone. But until then, thank you for sticking with me. And I'm going to put a lot of work in the off season and see if I can get better next year. So thank you so much for sticking with me for another season. My tournament season is over as of today, but hopefully I'll be able to get a few fun fishing trips in before ski season starts. So, and then I'm, you know, totally wrapped up for the winter and ski season. But I'm going to try to get some time to get some off-season work and improve, so next year is better results. But I've had a fantastic season. I'm so grateful for the opportunities I've had. And yeah, I just want to say thank you to everyone. All right, I will see you guys out on the water on the next one.